There was nothing happening. They did not need to do that at all. They went in there to attack. They went in there to antagonise.
Yeah, so that was a quote that I've seen on a video from Facebook. A lady that was at the event.
Hello people, how you doing? So I'm just in Hyde Park after an amazing day, and I really can't believe what I've seen. So we came into Hyde Park and there was a formation of police officers, and we sat down behind them. And there was people with tambourines, and they were dancing, and they were singing. And then the police ran into them. And I just can't believe what I've seen, because now they've got all the photographs that they wanted for the Daily Mail. They've got all the photographs that they want for the... Oh my god, my sunglasses. Sunburn. You know, there was police officers that had bleeding eyes. But there was nothing going on. There was nothing happening except for people with tambourines and dancing and talking and people sitting down. And then all these police were coming, and they were all like getting to this formation, and they ran in. And they had the batons, and they were causing violence. And I just can't believe what I've seen, because like we're always told to respect the police. Oh my god, my sunburn. Respect the police, respect authority. And they cause that. And that's not my perspective. You know, when I saw it wrong, there was nothing happening. They did not need to do that at all. They went in there to attack. They went in there to antagonise. And I've never seen that before. I've never been witness to like a riot or anything like that.
Quite harrowing, really, and you can look into her eyes and you can see that it's genuine. She is very, very shocked by seeing what she saw. Hello, and it's me again for the third time. Is it the third time or the fourth time? Anyway, whatever it is, it's the same number of videos as there are lockdowns. That's what it is. Today's been a really weird day because I've been sort of doing work and watching videos and things, and some other stuff's come up. Some new stuff's come to light, and of course people have made their own versions of this, and of course then we've got all the negative side from all the MSM. And lo and behold, the BBC have managed to quote, but they've obviously quoted, oh, 8 police got injured, blah blah blah. So well done to them. They didn't mention anything else about the whole day. But the interesting video from Hugo Talks, which I agree with entirely.
Now, if you look at the footage of this Hyde Park event, which I'll stick a link in the video in the description, you can check the video out for yourself and see what you think. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but to me it looks kind of odd. The movement isn't natural, and in the video there are a fair few comments saying the same. One stating it all looks a bit like a Benny Hill show. Now, I'm not stating that so-and-so is not real and this person is not real. I'm not saying that. For all I know, the police tried starting this to cause trouble to instigate the whole event. And even if there was some form of organisation going on with this, I'm sure there are a lot of people in there that are for real and they're just all getting caught up in the situation. But to me, looking at it as a whole, it all looks unnatural. The movement of the crowds, when you look at it with a sceptical mind. And you must remember, there are organisations that rent out crowds to the government, as this website here. And I do remember, did this not happen exactly the same after the last protest in March? After most people had left, there was a very similar event happen in Hyde Park, and it was exactly the same. You know, a large number of police all surrounded by a group, and yet at the same time, it was pretty much like an empty outside area where there's all this pushing and shoving going on. So look, I'm curious, what do you guys think?
Several things about this whole event, and there's a video, and in that you can see it's really strange. Yeah, there's some people in it that I find a little bit weird. There's a guy, they finally get pushed back to the barrier, and before that they're running. It's like running away, and they're being chased by all these people. I don't know if they're rent a crowd or what, but there's one guy who throws out a kick. It's like really funny. They get to the barrier, and then they're being taunted. So they get to the barrier and they're being taunted, right? And this old guy is moonwalking up and down in front of them he got this, this loudspeaker thing. And he's quite old chap, but I just think, what? You don't do that. And then there's a guy with a can of beer trying to marshal everybody and separate the cops from the alleged protesters. I mean, and there's people wandering around in the crowd of cops. It's like, you obviously are not aware of where you are in the world. What the hell are you playing at? But yeah, the whole thing was a bit strange, and I agree with it. I think it's definitely a setup, and of course the cops waited right to the end of the day. Probably this was about 6 or 7 p.m. when the sun was going down. They've had all day. They've had from say 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning to go in there and break it up, but they never did. What about the million people that were there? Why didn't they break them up? Different story now, isn't it? Because there was only a few people left. They thought, yeah, we're going to get our photo up. Yeah, we'll send in the normal cops. Yeah, they'll get battered. We're bound to get some blood. Yeah, that'll be it. Get the buttons out. Anyway, I'm sickened, actually. And the thing that I'm sickened about is this one cop. He must be so proud of himself. He must go home at night, go to his girlfriend or wife and say, honey, I've had a really good day today. I've managed to batter a lady in the stomach. I didn't know if she was pregnant or not, but I did it anyway. It's disgusting. I want this cop done. I want him to be done, because that was over the top, and there are rules when you get self-defence. That was not self-defence. I don't care what anybody says. These big blokes in their armour and their big long sticks against defenceless citizens that they should be defending, and they're battering them. I'm sorry, but that's not right. And what did she do? All she did was grab his mask and pull it off. But he retaliated with a baton in the stomach. Absolutely disgusting. And certainly we should do some investigation and get him prosecuted for that. That's my personal opinion on this. Anyway, I must go and carry on doing some work and stop watching these damn videos, because they're doing my head in. Have a good day and a good evening, and I'll catch you later.